Hello, everybody. 2026 is basically marked by some kind of rare planetary events. So, in this video, I'll try to share what are all the planetary events that are going to happen in 2026. So, you can clearly see 2026 is a monumental year and it is marked by the rare exaltation of Jupiter and also a powerful Panchagraha Yoga, the five planet conjunction in Capricorn. So, in the first quarter, if you observe, especially the 13th January to 18th January period, the major planets like Sun, Mars, Mercury, and Venus, they are moving into the sign of Capricorn, which is Makara Rashi, we say. And then from 18th January to 21st January, you can see a Panchagrahi Yoga, that is a five planet conjunction in Capricorn. It's for roughly 72 hours, and the moon joins the Sun, Mars, Mercury, and Venus conjunction. So, this is a rare concentration of energy in the Saturn sign, that is Capricorn, which is basically demanding discipline and karmic accountability. And 17th February, around that time, you can see annual solar eclipse in Kumbha Rashi, which is Aquarius, especially in the Dhanista Nakshatra. This annual solar eclipse is going to occur. This occurs during a heavy cluster of planets in Aquarius, marking sudden social or technological shifts here. And then 3rd March, that time you can see total lunar eclipse in Kanya Rashi, that's in the sign of Virgo, especially in Uttara Falguni Nakshatra. So it's a time for significant emotional clearing and also health related realizations, because Kanya is basically a natural sixth house. I'll try to make videos on all these events in future, but I'm just exploring what are all the major events in 2026. So this is about the first quarter of 2026. And if you see the second quarter of 2026, from 2nd April to 14th April, you can see a cluster in Meena Rashi, that is Pisces. Especially the Sun, Saturn, Mars, and Mercury, they gather here. And of course, this feels like a spiritual pressure cooker, because a fiery Mars and this Sun meeting the cold, restrictive Saturn, and also this Mercury, this whole thing is a kind of, it's all happening in the final sign, Pisces, which is a sign of super spirituality. So the hot and cold planets meeting, it's a spiritual pressure cooker, I feel, the moment I see it. And then 17th May to 15th June, that's a kind of Adhika Masha, that's a kind of extra month, kind of. Is an auspicious month for spiritual growth for sure, but it is not a good thing for worldly initiations like weddings. Generally, Adhika Masa is not preferred for weddings in India. And then the 2nd June, it's majorly marked by this particular Jupiter entering the sign of Cancer, Karka Rashi, because Jupiter exalts in this sign. So this is the most significant transit of the year, 2026, you can say. Because Jupiter is reaching its highest strength, so it's going to bring some wisdom, financial expansion, and kind of protective energy for the world. That's a good sign, we say. When Jupiter exalts, it's a kind of good sign, we say. And the 3rd quarter, if you observe, around 16th July to 18th July, that particular period, the Jupiter-Sun conjunction in the sign of Cancer. It's a highly auspicious period because as a kind of, we say it's a kind of Guru Aditya Yoga, the Jupiter and Sun conjunction, because This Guru Aditya Yoga is also reinforced by this Jupiter's exaltation here. So it's a very good energy for wealth and new beginnings, generally, right? And then I can see 27th July, as Saturn is turning retrograde in Pisces. It's a 4.5 month period for reevaluating your long term karma and even your spiritual discipline. The 4.5 month period is very, very important for you, for the world, even. And then 12th August, I can see there's a total solar eclipse in Simha Rashi. It's in the sign of Leo, in Magha Nakshatra, basically. So it's a kind of intense eclipse because it is involving this royal sign, Sun. It's all about the world leaders. And also, it is involving the Magha Nakshatra, which is a royal throne symbolized nakshatra. So, this solar eclipse is very much important. So, August is going to show some kind of leadership transformation. Some leaders may be changed in the world. A new leader may take up a position or something like that. We will analyze it more in our future videos. But August is that change in leadership month, you can say. And even see 17th August to 22nd August, I can see Ketu Sun conjunction in the sign of Leo. Its Ketu Sun conjunction is very much important here because it is occurring in the sign of Leo just after the eclipse. So this cluster in Leo is something like burning away of the ego, because Leo sign is all about ego, Sun is all about ego, and Ketu is here. So it's a kind of burning away of the ego and old leadership styles. And 28th August is a partial lunar eclipse in Meena Rashi. That's a Pisces sign in Pura Bhadrapada Nakshatra. So it's a final emotional release of the year, I can say, for 2026. It's mainly focusing on a kind of spiritual detachment. And then 18th September, Mars entering the sign Cancer. Mars generally debilitates in the sign of Cancer. So Mars is a bit weak here. But because it is joining the exalted Jupiter, it creates a powerful Nicha Bhanga Raja Yoga here, which can turn initial struggles of the people into great victories. So it's worth to make videos on this also. And if you go to the fourth quarter, 31st October, Jupiter is entering the sign Simha Rashi, that is Leo. So Jupiter is moving from its exalted state into the friendly sign of Leo, shifting its focus into this creative expansion and leadership, because Leo is all about creativity and leadership. And when Jupiter comes here, you can expect some creative expansion and good leadership as well. And 5th December is a notable event, the node shift, that is Rahu and Ketu axis shift. Rahu is entering Capricorn sign, that is Makara Rashi, and Ketu is entering Karka Rashi, that's a Cancer sign. So this is a resetting of the karmic axis of the world for the next 18 months from there. So it mainly focuses on, balancing this career and emotional roots, because Capricorn is always about career, because it's a natural karma house, the 10th house, whereas Cancer is an emotional sign and it's always related to emotional roots, basically Cancer. So Ketu is with that emotional roots here. And 11th December, I can see Saturn is turning direct in the sign of Pisces. So for 4.5 months it was in retrograde, it is going to be in retrograde, and thereafter it's turning direct or forward in the sign of Pisces. So it is going to allow for the manifestation of plans that were delayed during its retrograde phase, basically. And 13th December, Jupiter is turning retrograde in Leo. So it's signaling a period of internalizing the growth experienced during this whole year. So when a planet retrogrades, the energy turns inwards. So in all this, the notable events are the 5-planet conjunction in Capricorn in January, and solar eclipse, the two solar eclipses, and Jupiter exaltation is another notable point, and Rahu Ketu sign change. Oh, this is the whole 2026, but it is starting with heavy four planet conjunctions and then five planet conjunctions in the month of January itself, right? So the whole January you can either see a four planet conjunction or five planet conjunction. It's very heavy. January 2026 is something different. We'll try to make videos on everything. Thanks for watching this video.